And welcome to this edition of your local news on BBB Communications. I'm Dudley Evans via home office today. Hope everyone is doing okay out there and all this snow that we've seen come through our area. As it was predicted, maybe a tad later for some when the snow began to fall, but it has caused several problems out there. Of course, cancellations as well, as many of you know, who are dealing with this Friday edition, the 10th of January. As we look outdoors, beginning our newscast, and we'll kind of combine both newscasts today to one, basically, in a 30-minute session. As again, snow has continued to fall. It's that fine line of snow, fine snow, I should call it, as we're seeing it out there right now, all across the viewing area. Even some areas getting some heavier bands of snow, which could be expected tonight. With that, we look to the stats for today. Of course, light snow falling, as mentioned. A little fog and mist out there as well. 27 degrees is what we see as our high temperature so far today, so we're still below freezing. And we'll talk about that in a moment, about how it's affecting the roadways. Humidity, it's at about 85% right now. And our wind speeds are calm, very light, actually no wind out there as well. Barometric pressure holding steady at 30.06. And then our dew point has risen now from a 14-degree earlier this morning to now 23, which is causing some more snowfall as well. So without tonight, we'll see snow in the forecast, possibly mixed with sleet before, say, 11 o'clock. Then a chance of snow again between 11 and, of course, 2 a.m. About 26 degrees, so our temperatures won't fall very much this evening. Chance of precipitation is about it's 90%. And new snow and sleet accumulations of 1 to 3 more inches possible as we go into the overnight hours, so keep that in mind. How about tomorrow? Well, your Saturday looks like a pretty good-looking day, partly sunny. We'll see a break in the clouds at times with a high near about 35 degrees, so keep that in mind as we get into tomorrow. A little bit above freezing tomorrow, and then Sunday looks pretty good as well, so hopefully that will give us a little bit of hope as we go into next week, so keep that in mind as well. In newscast for today, of course, the predicted snowfall that we've seen in the area, of course, has slowed life actually in East Tennessee today, with areas receiving anywhere from about 1 to 3 inches so far this afternoon with the light snow that is falling. Heavier bands of snow is expected later in the evening, as mentioned, and overnight. As far as closings and cancellations, many of you already know many government offices in Anderson County closed around noon today, 11:30 to be exact, at the courthouse, including the courthouse and the Oak Ridge City government offices, which closed as well around noon. The Roane County courthouse, by the way, over in Roane County, in response to today's snow, they said they'd go ahead and close all day, and they have, and the convenience centers in Roane County are closed as well. Also in Anderson County, convenience centers are closed, and they will look at road conditions, according to the county mayor, on Saturday morning to see if they can actually open any of those at all. And, of course, it looks like right now that might be the case. Further, of course, we also have been reported today as a few cars off in the ditch. But other than that, many people are, again, taking the advice to stay off the roads if they do not have to get out on the roadways today. Now, the snow is expected to continue overnight, and depending on, of course, temperatures, whether, of course, it will thaw out by the weekend or not. Brandon Bonds will be around in just a few minutes to talk to us about the forecast for your Saturday through the weekend, so stay tuned for that as well. Well, as far as traffic accidents now in the area, a single vehicle accident we now was reported, and that was just west of Oliver Springs yesterday afternoon. Shut down the Highway 61 there at Kellytown Baptist Church. This according to David Laxton, Oliver Springs police chief we talked with earlier. And that was shut down all the way now to Scanlon Hollow Road, where they did take traffic over to Old Harriman Highway, where a car actually struck a utility pole, bringing it down just west of Kellytown Baptist Church with power lines in the roadway. No serious injuries to the elderly female driver. This according to the chief that we spoke with earlier. He said the THP is working that. In Rockwood earlier today, also a vehicle accident at Lakemont Drive and South Gateway injured one person. Apparently possible broken leg there during the snowfall, and lane closures were reported there on South Gateway occurring around 12:30 this afternoon. Interstate traffic seems to be moving along pretty good, but there was one accident, the 357-mile marker, a single vehicle accident around 3:15, around just after 3 o'clock this afternoon at that location. So interstates are open, but again, travel is actually, they're asking you to be very close to your speed limits, if not way below your speed limits today, as bridges and overpasses are still pretty treacherous out there, so keep that in mind. And speaking of the roads, let's go to our TDOT video. Of course, we'll know now, looking, of course, at the roadways today, the conditions of the roads. TDOT crews have been out and about since late yesterday, actually Wednesday, treating roadways along the interstates and state highways. Also, county and the city crews have been busy as well, treating their roads, as TDOT crews will continue to be out and about, of course, plying the snow now that's on the roadways. So give them plenty of room now. If you see them come up behind you, just kind of slow down, let them around you. And, of course, if you're following them, also just use extreme caution there. You don't want that salt brine or that plows to push stuff into your car there. So give them plenty of room. Now, we do know I-40 over Rockwood Mountain is open, and it is seeing some areas where snow covering on the left lane, so keep that in mind. I-75 over Campbell County also looks like pretty well snow covered as well. One lane is accessible, but again, snow over into the left lane, or the fast lane as we call it. I-81 going up toward Bristol, also snow covered. Secondary roads doing pretty good right now, as again, in some city streets, however, they are reporting in Rockwood, some streets are covered. Gateway Avenue pretty well covered down through there, as well as Highway 27, 61 as well, all the way between Harriman and Oliver Springs. 62 going between Oliver Springs and Wartburg, pretty well snow covered at times, but again, they're applying the best they can. And Highway 27 going from Harriman to Wartburg, and vice versa. Pellissippi Parkway, I-40, and all these areas, again, seeing pretty good amounts of snow on some of the roadways, but again, they're doing the best they can to get back to those as they can go back in and again get reloaded and get back out on the road. So Mark Nagel with TDOT says they are out and about, and they will be for the duration of this snow event in our area. Speaking of that, of course, TEMA is now giving us an update somewhat on what is going on, as we'll continue to see. Tennessee Emergency Management Director Patrick Sheehan did hold a press conference just around 3 this afternoon, detailing the state of Tennessee during the snow event, which included the entire state of Tennessee. Heavy snow, he says, is, of course, moving across the state. They continue to work with local, regional, and state partners to support the readiness actions and any requests for resources. The state remains in a level 3 state of emergency, he says, in that address and that press conference. He says that's making them able to, of course, respond to the impacting winter weather and to continue to respond as well to Tropical Storm Helene recovery, which is kind of stopped right now up in upper East Tennessee. As mentioned, all across the state of Tennessee, snow has, of course, impacted travel. Chattanooga seeing at least 4 inches of snow already. Memphis around 3 to 4. And in Nashville, about 5 inches of snow, as the Weather Channel has actually been reporting live from there. And, of course, here in East Tennessee, about 1 to 3 inches of snow has been forecasted, and exactly that's what we're seeing right now with the light snow still continuing. So keep that in mind. If you're going to be out and about, again, drive carefully out there. We don't want anybody to get hurt, as, again, we just will continue to monitor these things for you. We'll take a break and be back with more news after this. Stay with us.
Commercial Metals Company is still a locally operated company that's serving the people of East Tennessee with convenient hours of operation. Commercial Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing is too big or too small. Still have that old clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Commercial Metals are specialists in commercial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Commercial Metals encourages you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. Member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Commercial Metals Company. Turn that scrap into cash.
Over 14,000 neighbors live in fear of becoming sick or injured and having to make a choice between putting food on the table or seeking medical care. The free medical clinic tries to take that fear away.
What do we help them with? We help them with diabetes, hypertension, any kind of medical need that they need that's necessary. And being in a community with the African American community lets them know that we're here.
Feeling overwhelmed with your business finances? At P&L Business Services, we handle all your bookkeeping, payroll, and tax needs. From federal tax returns to QuickBooks training, we've got you covered. With over 25 years of experience, we provide customized packages to fit your business. Focus on what you love most, building your business. Let us take care of the rest. Call 865-294-4792. P&L Business Services, empowering you to grow your business.
In life, there are things that suck, but we do them anyway. Family photo sessions with matching outfits suck, but we do it anyway. And you know what else really sucks? Getting screened for cancer. But you've got to do it anyway. Screening can save your life from cancer, or even help prevent certain types of cancer. For more information, visit getscreenedforcancer.org.
Make this spring all about enjoying the experience. When you ride on your new Ferris commercial mower featuring patented suspension technology, you'll have more than freshly manicured grass. You'll experience productivity and comfort like never before. And because you won't be slowing down for those rough spots, you'll mow more lawn in less time. Ferris, experience suspension.
Your local Ferris dealer is S.L. Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood. Call 865-354-0600.
And welcome back to our BBB Communications News on this snowy day, January the 10th, via the home office today. Thank you to Chandler Jones back at the studios there in Oak Ridge, manning the board and getting us on. And we appreciate him and Brad, of course, they're also getting ready to head out of there, as they've been there just about all day long today. In other news today, we will mention first up, the animal shelter of Oak Ridge will be closed tomorrow, so keep that in mind. We failed to mention that earlier, but most government offices hope to open back up on Monday. And schools out right now, of course, for today, all across the region. They will give some kind of word on Sunday evening whether they will open back up on Monday. We'll keep you informed. Other news, the Oak Ridge City Council, they're set to meet this coming Monday night. That's right, Monday night. And that'll be at 7. They'll meet at the Central Service Complex multi-purpose room on Woodbury Lane due to the fact that the courtroom is being renovated. The agenda items include prayer and pledge of allegiance and start the meeting, of course, followed by proclamations and public recognitions. Then the 2024 end-of-the-year board and commission elections and appointments will be given, and council representatives to fill those seats. Then the Oak Ridge Municipal Planning Commission. The mayor also will appoint someone and appoint those members as well. And to the Planning Commission, as mentioned under their current agenda, approval of contract with Oak Ridge Economic Partnerships and the emergency street resurfacing discussion. And then order a couple of order a couple of items under resolutions. Will go to one to support AMC's Foundation, the American Museum of Science and Energy's Commission's request to the U.S. Navy for placement of a decommissioned nuclear submarine sail. That's a sail in Oak Ridge, SAIL, and placing it at Bissell Park near the commemorative walk, and to transfer the property to Free Medical Clinic, also a resolution of Oak Ridge. That would be for a care center they're wishing to construct. And a resolution outlining the next step for the Oak Ridge General Aviation Airport, specifically including the exploration of an alternate site and the disposition of acquired properties at the East Tennessee Technology Park. Again, Oak Ridge City Council has scheduled a meeting for Monday at 7 o'clock. Of course, we'll be there with our cameras, and we'll be there live, bringing it to you here on 1086. Also, or 1081, I do believe, but also the OakRidgeTN.gov will have that for you as well on their website, so keep that in mind. Oak Ridge Council is set to meet this coming Monday night at the Central Service Complex. Over in Roane County, the Roane County Commission is scheduled to meet this coming Monday night at 6 p.m. That's when they start their meeting. They're at the courthouse in Kingston, and items that they'll look at will be first up on the agenda, special orders to confirm an appointment to the Roane County Library Board as an Oliver Springs representative, and confirmation of appointments of the Budget Committee members. County Executive Wade Cresswell will appoint those members or give the names for the commission to approve. Under zoning resolutions, a request from James Muncie is going to be looked at for an amendment to amend the property rezoning, and that is over on Highland Drive. Property located again on Highland Drive. And of course, underneath a resolution also to approve a 3-year agreement with Fleener Security for the installation of the monitoring burglary alarm system at the Codes Enforcement Office. Several budget amendments are going to be looked at as well by the Roane County Commission this coming Monday, and approve the campground management agreement with Tessia Jarnigan. She wants to manage the Riley Creek campground south of Keyston, so they'll look at that agreement. And some items on the county commission. These items on the county commission for Roane County. Again, this coming Monday at the courthouse in Keyston. The public always welcome to attend, and you can do that, of course, and voice your opinions to the county commission. We apologize. We do have some older footage there, as we're not stationed today to try and get that together. But again, kind of see a little history there, as I think seeing some of the past commission V-roll, we call it, or B-roll. Doing the best we can on this wintry day, of course, via Skype here from our home office in Rockwood. Well, Roane State, yeah, great news here. Always good to repeat. Once again, the top Tier 1 community college in the college system of Tennessee's 28th annual food drive challenge. Students, faculty, and staff members collected about 6,100 items. Of course, heading into the holidays, which helped stock shelves at the campus food pantry scene here and supported local food programs. Roane State also reported the most donations in the respective category since 2023 as well. The effort spanned the entirety of the state, bringing Tennessee's community and technical colleges together for a single goal to help students, friends, and neighbors in need. Food and monetary donations were accepted, with cash counted as 2 food items for every dollar that they took in. And the equivalent of about 118,000 food items were collected from all 23 participant colleges across the state. The Food Drive Challenge, of course, was canceled. You may recall, actually was started, conceived, not canceled, but started in 1999 by the Student Government President's Council. Campus communities have, of course, kept the campaign going annually since then, with a friendly competition to see which college could collect the most within each enrollment basic areas there as well. So good work by the Roane State College, again, the #1 tier as well. We'll take a break and be back with your weather with Brandon Bonds, and then some more. We'll talk about more cancellations close. We got time at the end of the newscast, but right now we'll take a break. Brandon Bonds coming around next. Stay with us.
Commercial Metals Company is still a locally operated company that's serving the people of East Tennessee with convenient hours of operation. Commercial Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing is too big or too small. Still have that old clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Commercial Metals are specialists in commercial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Commercial Metals encourages you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. Member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Commercial Metals Company. Turn that scrap into cash.
In our community, everyone deserves access to quality health care. At the Free Medical Clinic, we offer no-charge medical services to those without insurance. There is never a bill at the Free Medical Clinic. From primary care, preventative care, diagnostics, and specialty care, our dedicated team is here to help. The Free Medical Clinic, taking your fear away from becoming sick or hurt. Go to fmcor.org to become a patient. Remember, there is never a charge for your care. fmcor.org.
Feeling overwhelmed with your business finances? At P&L Business Services, we handle all your bookkeeping, payroll, and tax needs. From federal tax returns to QuickBooks training, we've got you covered. With over 25 years of experience, we provide customized packages to fit your business. Focus on what you love most, building your business. Let us take care of the rest. Call 865-294-4792. P&L Business Services, empowering you to grow your business.
Make this spring all about enjoying the experience. When you ride on your new Ferris commercial mower featuring patented suspension technology,
you'll have more than freshly manicured grass. You'll experience productivity and comfort like never before. And because you won't be slowing down for those rough spots, you'll mow more lawn in less time. Ferris, experience suspension.
SL Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
Good afternoon. Hope you're staying warm. Hope you're staying dry. It's been a winter wonderland at times throughout the day today. Chilly temperatures out there across East Tennessee as well. Many ranging in those upper 20s to low 30s. Knoxville around 29. To the south, Athens, Dayton 31, 30, and Crossville in the upper 20s. For a surface map, dealing, of course, with that wintry weather, at times snow, even some wintry mix in there, freezing rain or sleet, especially across portions of the southern to central valley. That'll continue to work its way through. We'll see some snow wrapping around as we work through the remainder of the evening and into the overnight hours, eventually fading out into Saturday morning. Breaking this down a little bit further, of course, snow showers continuing to taper off from west to east tonight. We'll see drier air beginning to work in by later tomorrow afternoon. Some flurries at times through the day tomorrow. Will be a bit drier into the day on Sunday. Monday could see a quick moving system, could provide some isolated showers, even a few snowflakes here and there. But cold weather going to be reinforced once again as we work towards the mid to later part of the work week. So getting here longer term, 8 to 14 day forecast. This is looking at the mid to later portions of January. Another blast of cold air is inbound. Could again be some snowy weather associated with that. Still quite a ways out to give good confidence in, but nonetheless, cooler temperatures are expected. Above average precipitation not expected here also. Looking favorable. So getting into tonight's forecast, scattered snow showers, winds out of the northeast around 5 miles per hour. Overnight lows in the upper 20s. For your full forecast, brought to you by Central Baptist Church of Oak Ridge. Snow showers tapering off into Saturday, drier air by Saturday night. That'll set up shop, partly cloudy skies to close out the weekend. Another quick moving system works its way through. Could provide some isolated scattered showers, 2 snow showers at times. Not expecting any impacts from that. And then by Tuesday, that colder air begins to work in there by midweek. Highs only topping out in the low 30s. That'll wrap up here on your Friday from Secret City Weather. Stay safe, stay warm as we work throughout the weekend.
All right, thank you, Brandon. Appreciate that much. Looking forward to your forecast, getting some better weather coming up. Moving on to sports for today, some high school basketball scores we have for you. In girls' activity, Sevier County defeated Anderson County 61-14. Was Austin East over Oneida 45-42. The Bobcats, Lady Bobcats, over Knox Halls 44-38. It was Midway defeating Green Bay 61-12. Wow, Lady Greenways put it to Green Bay for sure. Carnes over Knox Central. In boys' side of things, we find Sevier County over Anderson County, 78-40. Austin East over Oneida. Knox Central defeats Carnes. Lady Vols, boy, another heartbreaker last night for sure. Lady Vols basketball news facing its second top 10 opponent in 5 days, number 16 Tennessee. Overcame an 18-point second quarter deficit and pushed unbeaten number 6 LSU to the brink before falling 89-87 Thursday night in front of 10,220 people there at Food City Center, which actually suffered a 1-point loss to number 9 Oklahoma. That was on Sunday, and it's lost its last 2 contests now by a combined 3 points. It was led by a pair of players last night with 20-point nights. 5th-year guard Jewel Spear had 7 of 11 from the floor and drained 5 of 7 attempts from beyond the arc, and to lead all scores with 25 points. Next up for the Lady Vols, looks like they're slated for noontime, and that'll be coming up as they head to Arkansas, Fayetteville, that is to take on Arkansas on Sunday afternoon at Bud Walton Arena. The contest is slated for noon. That's Central Time, 1 o'clock Eastern on the SEC Network. We hope they can get them a good victory there. Tennessee basketball news, the men. Top-ranked Tennessee men's basketball team is geared up for a second consecutive SEC road game, traveling west right now to face the Longhorns of Texas. That'll be Saturday, tomorrow. Tip-off is slated for 6 o'clock tomorrow night. Fans can catch Saturday's game between the Volunteers and the Longhorns on ESPN. Again, that will be tomorrow. Moving to funeral announcements for today on this 10th of January. Carol Adkins, 82, passed away on January the 8th at her home, surrounded by family. The family will receive their friends Tuesday, January 14th. That'd be 6 to 8 at Holly Gamble in Clinton. Edna Ruth Fox Worthington, 100, passed away January the 8th. She was a faithful member of the First Baptist Church in Clinton. Graveside service will be at Anderson Memorial Gardens on Monday, January 13th, 2 o'clock. Mott McCamey Funeral Home is in charge. Jamie Lynn Claiborne Elliott, age 48 of Rocky Top, passed away January 7th at the University of Tennessee Medical Center of Knoxville. She loved to attend church with her aunt at Stinking Creek Baptist Church. That's where she was when she was able. Visitation will be from 12 noon to 2 o'clock this coming Monday the 13th at Hatmaker Funeral Home in Rocky Top. Service will follow. Gary Allen Powers passed away peacefully at his home on January 6th. The family will receive friends Sunday, January 12th, between the hours of 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. at Mott McCamey Funeral Home in Oak Ridge. Graveside service will follow at Oak Ridge Memorial Park with military honors. Estelle Crowley, age 76 of Clinton, passed away peacefully at his home on Monday, January the 6th. The family will receive friends at Holly Gamble in Clinton. That'll be on Tuesday, January 14th, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. with a funeral service to follow in the chapel. Estelle's interment will be at Woodhaven Memorial Gardens in Claxton following the funeral service. Miss Irene Lands, 92, of Rockwood, passed away peacefully on January 6th. Honoring Irene's wishes, family and friends will meet at a brief graveside service on Sunday this weekend at 2 o'clock at Rome Memorial Gardens in Rockwood, Evans Mortuary, serving the family of Miss Irene E. Lands. Ann Hicks Patton, 92, passed away peacefully January 6th at Morning Point Assisted Living in Powell. The family will receive their friends on Sunday, January the 12th, between 2 and 4 at Holly Gamble Funeral Home. The celebration of her life will be held at 4 at St. Mark United Methodist Church. That'll be Monday, January 13th at 11 a.m. Ann's interment will be held at Sunset Cemetery following the service as well. Wendell Bird, 88 of Sunbright, passing away January 5th. The family will receive friends for Wendell Bird on Saturday, tomorrow, weather permitting, at Schubert's in Wartburg, 11 till 12, with a funeral to follow at 12. Nancy Joyce DeRosset Garrissy, 74, passed away January 4th at the Cumberland House Hospice Facility after a lengthy illness. Receiving her friends will be at Dogwood Baptist Church, Dogwood Community of Cumberland County on Saturday, tomorrow, weather permitting, at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, followed by a funeral service. Evans Mortuary serving the family. And Clarence Harold Dye, 95 of Knoxville, passed away peacefully Saturday, January 4th. Receiving of friends will be at Weatherford Mortuary on Monday, January 13th. That'll be 1 until 2, with a 2 o'clock service to follow as well.
1 minute.
Thanks for joining us today. Of course, we will mention this again right quickly, that, again, more snow expected later tonight. A little tapering off for the afternoon right now, but more is expected tonight. But don't look for about 6 to 8 inches. I think we're going to see about 1 to 3, maybe 4 at the most. Again, thank you for joining us, and I'll get a little timeline from the guys there back at the studios. But we're pretty well on time, and we appreciate you being with us again on this newscast here on this January the 10th from our home office in Rockwood via, of course, back to the studio there at BBB Communications. Thank you for joining me. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, and stay safe out there. And indeed, if you got any news, send it to news@BBB-TV12.com for your cancellations
10 seconds.
and any closures as well. From all those behind the scenes of